If you're enjoying the new Bad Bunny album, but you don't know what the hell he's saying, you've come to the right place. If you're enjoying the new Bad Bunny album and you're trying to learn Spanish, you could not be in a better place than right here in this podcast. Why? Because I can explain things to you that not even native Spanish speakers can explain to you. And that's not a shot at native Spanish speakers. That's a shot at native speakers in general. Y'all don't see me out here teaching English, do you? Why is that? A, because I'm not interested. B, because I can't. We speak our native language correctly via intuition, not because we're thinking about grammar or why it is that we say this that way. When a native Spanish speaker asks me about why something is the way it is in English, my answer is, I don't know, because it's right. You don't have that luxury in your second language. You have to learn all of the rules. You have to ask a million questions. And even when they're answered, you still sit there like, huh? I've gone through that process in Spanish. I've asked all the questions. I've had to organize this language so that it makes sense to my English-speaking brain. And now I'm going to help it make sense to your English-speaking brain. Hello and welcome to Learn Spanish a lo Boricua podcast. We are in our third episode of this 5-episode mini-series breaking down Bad Bunny's new album, Nadie Sabe Lo Que Va a Pasar Mañana. In episodes 1 and 2, we covered tracks 1 through 9. So today we're looking at tracks 10 through 13. Let's get started with Teléfono Nuevo.
Me veo feliz, pero en solo fotos viejas. Dios me escucha y dice, wow, como este cabrón se queja.
Me veo feliz, pero solo en fotos viejas. Dios me escucha y dice, wow, como este brip se queja. Me veo feliz means I look happy, pero solo en fotos viejas, but only in old pictures. God listens to me, Dios me escucha, and says, wow, how is this blank? Complaining. All right, we've got 2 reflexive verbs going on in these first couple lines of this song. First of all, me veo feliz. Let's break this down. How does this mean I look happy? Because you use the verb verse, which is ver reflexively, verse, to comment on the appearance of something or someone. Let's look at a couple examples. First of all, we're going to see the verb verse conjugated, me veo, te ves, se ve, nos vemos, se ven. When you have a reflexive verb, it means that this piece must be there. It must be part of the sentence. The me, te, se, nos, or se, depending on who it is that you're speaking about. Okay, let's look at this picture. Se ve hermosa. Se ve hermosa. Here I'm talking about the beach, right? Or I could even be commenting on la foto since I'm using feminine here. Se ve hermosa, la playa. It looks beautiful. Okay, it looks beautiful. Se ve hermosa. I'm using it in feminine, again, because I'm commenting on la playa. Or if it was just la foto, también, we would be using feminine to describe it. Let's talk about this chica. If I was talking to her, I would say, te ves cansada. Te ves cansada. In PR, it might sound more like te ves cansada. The S being aspirated or dropped, right? Te ves cansada. Here again, I'm using feminine because I'm talking to a woman. I'm saying you look tired, right? You might be thinking, but didn't we just go over something similar to this with notar? Yes, but that's usually used for, as I gave you guys the translation, more like to seem. Te noto triste. You seem sad. Rather than just physical appearance, looking would be used more for verse. Okay? If I was speaking to a man, I would just change it to te ves cansado. Cansado. Remember in PR, the D is often going to be dropped. So instead of sounding like cansado, it sounds like cansado. Okay? Te ves cansado. Otra vez, let's look at these conjugations. Me veo, I look, te ves, you look, se ve, he, she, usted, or it looks. Nos vemos, we look, or as you guys know, that is, see you later. Nos vemos, we'll see each other. Se ven, that would be ellos, ellas, ustedes, right? They and y'all look a certain way. Okay? To comment on somebody's appearance, use verse. You will see this all the time. I did a video on this on TikTok a while back. This is used all the time in reggaeton. Just start to look out for te ves or se ve. They comment a lot on women's appearances. The other reflexive verb that came up in this line was quejarse. Quejarse means to complain. It is always reflexive, okay? Me quejo, me quejo. Is I complain. Te quejas. You complain. Se queja. Él, ella, usted. I don't think an it can complain. So, se queja. Nos quejamos. We complain, se quejan. They complain. Another reflexive verb, meaning they complain, okay? Or to complain.
Tantos logros que a veces ni se festeja. Si fumo me vuelvo paranoico. Mi mente nunca se despeja.
Tantos logros que a veces ni se festeja. Tantos logros, so many achievements, logros being achievements, that sometimes, a veces, ni se festeja. They're not even celebrated, okay? Si fumo, if I smoke, me vuelvo paranoico. I become paranoid. Mi mente nunca se despeja. Despejarse, another reflexive verb, is to clear out, right? My mind never clears. You can say that something looks despejado, despejada, as an adjective. So el cielo está despejado. El cielo está despejado would be the sky is clear. It's a clear sky, right?
Mi cuerpo está libre y mi corazón tras la reja. La gente ve una cabra y yo solo soy otra abeja.
Mi cuerpo está libre. My body is free. Libre, free. Y mi corazón tras las rejas. And my heart is behind bars. Tras las rejas means behind bars. So I gave you guys this nice little visual here to help you with this line. People see a goat. Know that goat, right? Like greatest of all time is also used in Spanish. They will call somebody la cabra, una cabra, for being the goat. Okay. Funny that that's translated into Spanish, right? Because it's really more of an acronym, the greatest of all time, the GOAT, but they use it for using the word goat, cabra. Okay. So people see a goat, the greatest of all time, and I'm only another sheep. Soy solo otra oveja. Oveja is a sheep.
Así que no molestes, si yo no te molesto, no contesto llamadas ni mensajes de texto.
Okay, so don't get bothered. Molestar. We gotta separate our English brain from our Spanish brain here. Molestar means usually to bother, to annoy. So don't get bothered if I don't bother you. I don't answer calls or text messages.
La fama, la detesto. Te juro yo no quería esto.
Fame, I hate it. I detest it. I swear to you, I didn't want this. How do y'all feel about this line? I personally would not want to have any kind of fame close to the level of Bad Bunny and not be able to live my life. Have everybody forming opinions about who I am and what I do without even knowing me. But also, I don't feel that bad for millionaires. I mean, multimillionaires. I mean, billionaires. Next, La Baby Nueva. Miss Jenner herself. Okay, esta canción es bastante sana. It's really not too explicit, so I'm going to bulk translate quite a bit of this for you. Let's go.
Te juro que ya no me duele, no me duele.
Okay, te juro que ya no me duele, no me duele. I swear to you, we've been seeing I swear to you quite a few times on this disc now. Hopefully you guys have learned this phrase, te juro, I swear to you, that it doesn't hurt me anymore. It doesn't hurt me. Yo llego a la disco y de una se prende. I get to the club and right away se prende. Prenderse is to turn on or to light. But again, I'm going to translate this to you the way it would be said in English rap. So I get to the club and right away it turns up. Okay, really turns on, it gets lit. I've talked to you on the other episodes about the importance of interpreting what these lines are. Se prende is more like it turns up. Shit gets lit. My love, you're missing out. Y'all might already be familiar with the verb perder, which means to lose. But when perder is reflexive, hence why the te is popping up here, it turns into to miss something, okay? Me perdí la llamada would be I missed your call, la llamada, right? Me lo perdí. I missed it. So, my love, you're missing it. You're missing out on it is the feel, right? Que tiene otro, a mí no me sorprende. The fact that you have another one, another man already, doesn't surprise me. A mí no me sorprende. And if for you it's going well, for me, it's going better. Me la paso bebiendo hasta que salga el sol. Me la paso, we see yet another reflexive verb. To say that me paso haciendo algo means that you do something a lot. Me paso escuchando podcasts. It's like I listen to podcasts all the time. Me la paso, maybe he's talking about la noche, referring to, that's why I dropped the la in there. Me la paso bebiendo, I'm spending the whole night drinking until the sun comes out again. Te deseo el bien, te deseo lo mejor. I wish you well, I wish you the best. Y lo mejor ya te pasó. And the best already happened to you. This is written like, you know, because I'm not in your life anymore. Dang. Let them down easy, Bad Bunny.
Y si tú pensabas que por ti estaba...
And if you were thinking that because of you I was suffering, could it be that you haven't seen me in the street? Rompiendo would be like our version of killing it.
Con la Baby Nueva, con los carros nuevos, con la combi nueva.
With the new baby, with the new cars, with the new combi, combinación, combi, the crew. Con piquete nuevo. Piquete is like swag. It's your flow, it's your swag.
Chica, no te atrevas a llamar de nuevo.
Girl, don't you even dare to call again. Dang. Atreverse, to dare. Another friggin' reflexive verb. It's not that I don't love you, it's just I don't want it anymore.
Tú te creías que pa' siempre iba a llorar.
If you thought that I was going to cry forever. No. If you thought that I was going to call drunk. No. That's it for La Baby Nueva. Let's talk about Mercedes Carota. I wanted to put up this picture. This song is featuring Young Chimi, and this is really the vibe of the song, this picture. Young Chimi vibe. That's what's going on. So there's not going to be a whole lot that I can touch in this song. But let's at least talk about this section that you're hearing all over TikTok.
Tú eres bichote, no, no. Tú eres bandido, no, no. Tú matas gente, no, no. ¿Y qué tú eres? ¿Y qué tú...
Y'all might have heard about the word bichota from Karol G, but this is a slang that comes out of Puerto Rico. There are theories that say this is actually an Anglicism from the word big shot. A big shot that got turned into, in Puerto Rico, bichote. You have to remember the decades and decades and decades of movement that there has been between Puerto Rico, Nueva York, Puerto Rico, and all of the United States, right? So some of la jerga de nosotros, our slang, has been taken to PR and evolved. So some people say this is from big shot, bichote. There is another explanation of this word that I can't really get into because of what the root word means in PR, okay? So let's just go with that one. This is basically like the kingpin. This is the top man in a drug operation, okay? Drug lord, kingpin. Bandido. I was talking to Alfredo about bandidos today. I was like, would you, I guess, just a criminal? He was like, it's a bandit. It's like, small problem with translating it to bandit. We don't say bandit anymore. I think that word's not been used now for probably about 100 years in American English. Okay, so bandido, yes, it's a bandit, but criminal, an outlaw. Tu mata gente, right? These are all S's that are dropped, y'all. Tu eres, matas. Verb conjugations in tu and with S, but in so many places. In the Spanish-speaking world, the S is dropped or aspirated, like an H sound in English. Tu eres. Tu mata. Mata gente. Okay? Do you kill people? And what are you? What are you? Not even who. They're saying, what are you?
Tú eres un sicario, no, no. Tú eres millonario, no, no. Tú mandas en tu barrio, no, no. ¿Y qué tú eres? ¿Y qué tú eres?
Tú eres un sicario. Un sicario is a hitman. Man hired to kill people. Sicario. Tú eres millonario. Are you a millionaire? Tu manda en tu barrio. Are you in charge in your neighborhood? Do you run shit? Again, let's do interpretation. Do you run shit in your hood? What are you? And what are you? The rest of the song is about drugs and gangsta shit. And this white girl from Bel Air, Maryland is not going to be the one to break that down for you. I'm sorry. It's just, it ain't right. Now, finally, I have been so excited to cover this song, Los Pits. Let's get into it.
Periódico de ayer, por favor, no me estorba.
Periódico de ayer means yesterday's newspaper, but this line is going to be used a lot with artists from PR because they're referencing Héctor Lavoe's song Periódico de ayer. Famous salsa singer, if you're not familiarized with him, and he has una canción famosísima llamada Periódico de ayer. Okay, so yesterday's newspaper, please don't get in my way. The word estorbar, this is the best picture, visual to go along for my visual learners. For this word, estorbar is a verb. It means to get in the way or to obstruct. Okay, just like this. Por favor, no me estorbe. Don't get in my way.
Ahora estas charras demandan porque me dieron en Forbes.
Ahora estas charras. We already reviewed charro in another one of the episodes in this series. Charro being like lame, kind of a D-bag. Estas charras, these lame chicks. Demandar is the verb for to sue, okay? Not demand, to sue somebody. Sue, they're suing because they saw me in Forbes. This verse is about to get juicy, y'all. If you out there are some chismosos and you like the gossip, stick around. This is the best verse for you in your gossipy brain.
Ya cogiste tu sonido, espero que te conformes.
Ya cogiste tu sonido, espero que te conformes. Now you got your sound. I hope you're satisfied. In case y'all didn't know, Bad Bunny's ex, they were actually engaged, I think back in 2016 or so. Demandó, sued Bad Bunny for $40 million because of a sound that he used. Let's look at this. ¿De qué se trata el caso? What is this case about? El documento afirma que el pedido de Bad Bunny de la Cruz grabó en 2015 en su celular la frase Bad Bunny, baby, la cual fue incluido tiempo después en varios temas musicales, plataformas de internet y como parte de los conciertos que dio al artista en varios países del mundo. All right, so the document affirms that by request of Bad Bunny de la Cruz, his ex-fiance, recorded on her cell phone in 2015 the phrase Bad Bunny baby, which was included for a time afterwards in many of his songs on the platforms, internet platforms, and as part of his concerts, the concerts that he did in various countries of the world. La demandante, the person suing, the one that's suing, which should be De La Cruz, la ex, assures that there was a lack of consent in the use of her voice. That is what this whole verse is dedicated to, guys, and it's so good, and I've been dying to go over this one with y'all. He continues to slam her in the rest of this verse. Let's listen.
No. Ay, lo mío no fue regalado. Yo estoy matando desde que me bajé de la guagua de los mantecados.
Woo! Lo mío no fue regalado. Best way to translate this, I think mine wasn't handed to me. Mine wasn't given to me. Mine wasn't gifted to me, right? Let's go back to this line before. Ya cogiste tu sonido, espero que te conforme, right? Now you got your sound. She won the suit, right? I hope that you're satisfied. She won all of this money, right? Mine wasn't handed to me. Mine wasn't given. Yo estoy matando desde que me bajé de la guagua de los mantecados. I've been killing it since I came out of the ice cream truck. Let's look at this. One of my favorite Bad Bunny songs, Tú no vives así, Tú no vives así, with Arcángel. This is what he's referencing in that line, right? This was in 2016 when this song came out. And here they are coming out of the ice cream truck. It's a pretty epic music video. They come out the ice cream truck with these freaking looking masks. And then the song afterwards is just so good. So good. Right? So here's what he's referencing. Since 2016, when I think their ruptura, when their breakup happened, this song came out. He's been killing it since then. He's been working hard, and his was not given to him like he's implying with his ex who sued him for that cantidad, for that amount of money to use her sound. And it keeps going.
Prende la radio, te dejo un recado. Me cago en tu madre y la de tu abogado.
This line is referencing a song that I had assumed was about her, but now is confirmed was definitely about his ex. The song is called Ni Bien Ni Mal. If you know that one, Sin ti no me va bien, tampoco me va mal. I sound ridiculous. I just don't have that depth, guys. Do not have that low bass range. So, prende la radio, te dejo un recado. This is a line that he used in that song as well. Turn on the radio. I left you a message. Okay. I shit on your mom and on your lawyer's mom too.
Sin ti no me va bien, me va fenomenal.
He says, sin ti no me va bien, me va fenomenal. In that whole song, originally is sin ti no me va bien, tampoco me va mal, right? Without you, it's not going well. It's also not going bad. Well, he's rewritten it for this verse that he's dedicating to his ex. Without you, it's not going well for me. It's going phenomenal.
De ti no me acuerdo, no vengan a llamar.
I don't remember you. Don't come calling. So in case it wasn't already on your radar, now you got a little bit of the drama, the gossip, the one-liners, and who they're aimed at in Bad Bunny's song, Los Pits. Now I'm going to ask if you're enjoying these videos, if you've learned a lot from me and Bad Bunny in this series, or from me on my TikTok, etc., do me a big favor and just hit the subscribe button. It's free of cost to you. I can't start making any money off of the hours and hours and hours that I put into these episodes until I get to 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. So help a girl out. It costs you absolutely nothing. Go ahead and click that subscribe button so I can get a little bit closer to being compensated for the time that I put into all of the free resources that I give you guys to help you learn Spanish. Don't forget to comment, share this video with somebody else who is a huge Bad Bunny fan and is trying to learn Spanish. We've got 2 more episodes to go. I'll see y'all next time.